Well, good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel. Is the one and only Bridge and Fox. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning to you guys. So I guess a big good evening to everybody here on the panel.
Good morning.
Good morning, should I say. Morning to everyone on the panel. And to all the Rangers fans in the lobby that are sitting there waiting patiently for the game to start. And to all the Rangers fans all over the world listening in to Rangers Radio. Good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How are you, Fox? Oh, lost him. Too early for him, Bridger.
Too early.
What time of day is this to wake MD up at?
The middle of the night, Fox, huh?
Good morning. Not even had my breakfast yet.
That's because you can't tell the time.
I carry on here. Kept my heat together here.
Waiting for the team to come through, Bridge.
No, I'm just waiting it coming through. I'm on the website now, waiting it.
Should be through any time now, but be interesting to see the centre halves cause for concern for you, mate.
Well, we don't know if they're going to be fit, and if they're not fit, and the two will, if Golson and Macaulay can't play together, and then obviously we all think that we're going to be weaker in that position. But then that's to be seen, isn't it? Maybe the Katic and Worrell will be able to, as if they play, of course. Maybe they'll be able to start today.
Take up the cudgel, as they say, Bridge.
Absolutely, bud. Absolutely. I
thought the team would have been through for now, because usually it's through just on the hour mark before the kick-off.
I'm watching it now, pal. There's absolutely nothing coming through about it so far.
No. Fox, centre-half, cause for concern for you, mate?
Oh, did you want? I've got the St Johnson team, if that's any good to you.
Go for it.
It's Kennedy in goal, Witherspoon, Davison, Craig, Callaghan and Alston. Who else have we got here? And then a middle line of Panzer, Kerr, Shaughnessy, Foster, Clark. That was the team in reverse, by the way. Oh, never
Who's doing
mind.
the scraping, Bridge? You need to stop scraping, mate.
Sorry?
Who's doing the scraping?
It's the missus over there. So she's going to...
Just right through. Here's the Rangers team. Go on in, Fox. Give us it.
Rangers team is McGregor in goal, Taverner, Golson, Worrell and Barisic. A middle three of Koulibaly, McCrory and Halliday. And up front is Grezda, Morelos and Candias. Substitutes are Fotheringham in goal, Lee Wallace, Nicola Katic, John Flanagan, Jordan Rossiter, Glenn Middleton and Kyle Lafferty.
Right, obviously no Ryan Jack. Big talking point. Give us a midfield again there, Fox.
Is McCrory, Koulibaly and Halliday. So no Arfield either.
No a lot of invention in there. Wide men, Fox.
Cadiz on the right and Grezda on the left, with Morelos up front.
A lot of pressure on the front for you there for me, Bridge.
Actually, I'm absolutely puzzled by that Ryan Jack's not there. It's quite incredible. It's got to be, either that has been rested big style. Has been rested.
No chance. Injury, mate, or making sure he's fit for the next two games. But
that's what I mean. Maybe getting rested in that sense. He's not going to be.
But the games become insignificant if you don't win this one, mate. That's the problem.
100%, pal. This one's got to be won. There's no excuses for us if we don't win. Simple as that. No excuses.
Fox, obviously, Big Macaulay, so Worrell comes in, a chance for him to hopefully shine the day. Fox?
Golson and Worrell, aye. Not my favourite partnership at centre-back, but they've played together before in Europe. They should be okay for the day, Hawks.
All right, so if people want to give us a phone and give us thoughts on the team, what's the number, Fox?
0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online where you were brought into the call the Old School Blue. Okay, so the back four, one change in the back four. predictable that was. I don't think we've seen both Arfield and Ryan Jack no playing the day, Bridge.
Yeah, we were worried because two of them are carrying a wee bit injury. But I think the biggest injury problem I thought would have been Macaulay, simply because he had to go off. And I thought Worrell did quite well when he came on for him. So, but back to
Bridge?
I thought he did no bad. He won a lot of high balls, so he did a lot of heading. I don't get me wrong. I'm not mostly enamoured with him. Much a wee bit like Fox,
I think his confidence looks a wee bit low as well, if that makes any sense. He's
got to get that back up again. If he's going to start for us in any way, shape or form, if he's going to be kept between now and the summertime, he's got to show that he can play better than he has been playing. Let's put it that way. He's had a couple of nice wee turns, particularly in Europe. I thought he did no bad for us. And I thought he played well against the Hibs when he came on. Other than that, when he's came on, he's actually disappointed a lot of folk. And even guys on here are quite disappointed with him. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on with that.
So the team is McGregor, Tavernier, Worrell, Golson and Barisic. McCrory, Halliday and Koulibaly in midfield. Candeias, Gregsta and Morelos. And as substitutes we have Foderingham, Lafferty, Flanagan, Rossiter, Katic and Middleton. And also Lee Wallace. Old Travel Rug will be enjoying that, Fox, huh?
He'll be giving it whoop-de-doo. I was told a wee snippet that Lee Wallace had 5 games to prove that he deserves a place at Ibrox. I didn't expect him to fulfil that role, but there he is on the substitute bench. Shows you when we must be carrying a lot of injuries, mate. That midfield for me looks slightly defensive, if nothing else. I take it we're full-backs will need to provide us with a lot of ammunition up front today, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, I think that Koulibaly has I think he's starting to come back onto a game. I thought he had quite a good game against the Hibs, and I'm quite happy with him there. And McCrory, well, a lot of the guys on here would like to see McCrory. In fact, some of them prefer McCrory to Koulibaly. So he's obviously well quoted as far as the fans are concerned. Halliday, well, we've spoken about Halliday in the past. He will never let you down. He might not be the greatest football player in the whole world, but he won't let you down. He's a Ranger at heart, and he's good on the left side.
I'm no Andy's biggest fan as such. I know as an individual or a person, but he's got flaws in his game, and I think he'd be the first to admit that. But I think this season, I think he's come into the team in times without the team when he didn't deserve to, mate, if I'm being really honest.
He's actually when he's came on, he's improved. He's improved our team when he's came on, which is quite incredible, considering there was a chap that I was going to say getting put out. He was put out to what do you call it? To pasture. He wasn't wanted. He doesn't appear to be wanted in our club, and now I think he's a key person in the club. I'm not saying he's a first team regular, but he's a key person in our squad. And being a bear makes all the difference as well, for sure.
I've just been PM'd and told that Travel Rugs outside the gates that Perth try to sell some of the posters. Fox, please. That job lot he got. Looking forward to seeing how we play. The trouble is the creativity, Fox.
I think we're going to struggle with that today. They're mere 3 defensive midfielders, as I think I said earlier on. I think, but it looks a team that's prepared for a battle up there. Mm-hmm. We'll be strong in the midfield, but as you say, creativity-wise, I think we may struggle. That's how I was saying that a lot of this is going to fall on the full-backs to provide the width and get us some quality balls into Morelos, Candeias and Gresda up front. I've got a feeling this is going to be a battle. I don't see us scoring a lot of goals with that side. I hope I'm wrong, but a 1-0 win we'll all take.
We'll be joined by Rudy Beer. Morning, Rudy.
Morning, guys. How we doing?
Morning, Rudy.
What's your thoughts, Rudy?
A few changes to the team today. So probably forced changes, really. Andy Halliday and Worrell in. I see pretty defensive looking Ox. You guys have just been.
McCrory.
McCrory too. It's a pretty defensive looking team, really, isn't it?
Do you not think that showed up that? I think you yourself and several others have said before, Rudy, that we have. Oh, you all right, Rudy? You fell off the seat, mate?
No, it's not me, mate. No, fine.
You fell off the seat of the breakfast bar.
No, I've just polished that off 10 minutes ago.
Aye, but when people don't realise you started at 9.
That's right, mate. I like a long breakfast.
But all our midfielders, so even Rossiter's on the bench, similar to Koulibaly and McCrory, defensive minded. We lack flair players. What have we got, really, if we're being really honest? We've got Dorrans, who's injured, and we've got Arfield. That's about it. The rest are all more negative than positive, if that makes any sense.
Well, they're pretty much the same ilk, really, the rest of the midfielders, aren't they? You were talking about that the other night, we mentioned that. And that's where our problem seems to lie just now, as we really do need an attacking midfielder. Hopefully that's something that gets sorted in January. But look, St Johnstone are a big, strong team, and Tommy Wright will have them well set up. They'll be hard to break down, I would imagine, at McDermott. I don't really know how we're going to do with this team, to be honest. But then I've said that before, and we've got a better result than I thought we were going to get. I think Fox was saying there, the wingers need to get up the park and get the ball into the box. But then Alfredo's going to need the likes of Candeias and Gresda and guys like that to get into the box as well, to help him out. You can't just... They're a big, strong team. You can't just leave the attacking option up to Alfredo on his own, really, So, Lee Wallace on the bench. You think maybe we'll get a wee shot, see a wee bit of Lee Wallace a day?
Why would we, unless you were protecting Barisic?
Well, no, what I was thinking was, if the game goes our way at any point, and we're kind of 3-0 up, or so to speak, something like that, maybe we'd think about chucking Lee Wallace on for 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes just to get him onto the park again. I mean, if Lee Wallace is fully fit and ready to go, he's probably a better option than Flanagan, I would say, at left back. I mean,
without a doubt, mate. Without a doubt.
He's a proper left-footed player. He's a proper left back, Lee Wallace. So I mean, he was always going to be a good option to have anyway. But you'd have Barisic in there all day long.
You wouldn't think for a minute that it's possibly a short window job for him.
On the bench?
No, it's being part of coming back into the squad, and if somebody wants to pay a couple of bob, then they can have him. But
if he leaves the club, he'll leave a free in January, mate. I would think. What I will say is, mate, I think he's been playing centre back with the young boys, so I'm wondering if we're thinking we're short of centre backs and only Katic there that he's covering, mate. So. You never know, do you? I mean, you can't. It's the best planning in the world in football, Fox, and you struggle to plan for injuries. Fox.
You're probably right there, mate. No, I think Lee Wallace is just there. Maybe another one might be. Maybe Barisic isn't 100% fit, mate. That's the other thing I was thinking about. Where's all the youth, mate? Where are they? I mean, even this looks like a Graham Murty side to me. Honest to God, it looks like a team we were playing a year and a bit ago. I just don't understand. And we must have some amount of injuries that it's no hit the press. When I look at the substitute bench, it's even worse. The only other midfield we've got in there is Jordan Rossiter. Nikola Katic is in there for cover for the fullbacks, obviously. Middleton and Lafferty. God, I think this is going to be a struggle today.
Why is one man thinking, mate? Because if Arfield was playing in there beside Koulibaly and Koulibaly and Halliday, we wouldn't be thinking that, would we? So is the whole team keen on one man? Is that the problem we've got? Bridgeman?
Yeah, you might be right there. It might even actually come down to that. But I'm looking at the substitutes, and you've got Wallace and Flanagan both available to cover both sides at fullback level, and wherever else the manager thinks they can play, because they've actually got a surplus of defenders. Because you put Katic in there as well, so you're really from a midfield perspective, you've got Rossiter, and then you've got two forwards, Lafferty and Flanagan. So Fox is right. There doesn't appear to be a surplus of quality and style in our substitute.
It's a midfield area.
Absolutely, you've only got Rossiter.
You know, we've got.
I think the point you make there, Ox, is true about Arfield. Totally, because Arfield's the only midfielder, and not the only midfielder we have at Rangers. I mean, we could be David Graham Dorrans, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. So as far as it stands, Arfield is really the only midfielder that that you could consider an attacking flair player, flair midfielder. Somebody that can get into the box, make things happen on the edge of the box for us. And unfortunately, he's not available. So the point you make is right. And that's something that needs to be looked at now. We really, because if it's too many midfielders of the same ilk, you've got Rossiter on the bench here, who's very much in the same kind of style as McCrory and Koulibaly. Maybe the day they're hoping Andy Halliday will be the one that will play at the front as far as the midfielders go. They're hoping maybe Andy Halliday will be able to do the kind of job. Because I don't see Koulibaly and McCrory doing that. I could be wrong, but I don't
to be fair, Koulibaly joined in well with the forward play on Wednesday night.
He played.
Sorry, Rudy, I'll come back to me.
No, you're all right, mate.
He joins in, but he's not exactly going to slip a precision pass through to Morelos, is he? He's not got that in his locker that I've seen so far. I don't mind Andy Halliday in the midfield. I've said that the other week there. I'd rather see actually Halliday in front of Koulibaly on the left. I just think it's going to be a struggle in midfield, and maybe Steven Gerrard's looked at it and thought it's going to be a battle. We need to win the midfield, and for those available to us, they're the three that's going to battle for us in the midfield. So,
but what else could he have done, Rudy?
Very little, probably.
If Jack and Arfield are injured.
If Jack and Arfield are injured, there's very little he could do, apart from his Fox was saying the young boys. But then is this a game to bring a young guy in, Probably no, I wouldn't imagine, It's important we get the 3 points today. They're much more experienced, the three that's in the midfield today, than probably any of the young guys would be. And I think we've been hit pretty hard recently, haven't we, with injuries. And I think it shows how light we are in certain positions, really, for certain styles of player. As in players in the midfield that can create stuff for us and make things happen. If the point you made about Arfield's absolutely 100% bang on, Ox. We're certainly missing somebody like that today. I can only think that he's hoping Andy Halliday will be the player that can do that type of thing today. Well, I don't know. I mean, he's got a great left foot at times, Andy Halliday, hasn't he? And he'll give it his all.
He does try and get in the box to join up. Fox, you mentioned kids there, but Koulibaly and McCrory in the key areas are relatively young men.
Yeah, McCrory's only 22, isn't he?
So
if he is that.
They're relatively young. Yeah. And Koulibaly, what is he, 21?
21. I think they're both 21, 22 anyway at the max. Mm-hmm. And young Rossiter must be only 22, 23.
But you'd think we knew that if they had any flair in them, they would have showed it. We knew even at 22. They're not exactly kids anymore, are they? No. This is a St Johnstone team that's only been beat at home with the teams in the top six, mate, once, and that was against the Tims. None of the other five have managed to beat them up there at Perth. God, I'm beginning to worry about this game.
Oh, don't be worrying now, for goodness sake.
Are you worrying only because Arfield's not playing? Is that because what you're saying is based on that? Eh?
Aye, it is, mate.
Aye, well, I feel a bit sorry for the manager because obviously one transfer window. I think he knows we need a football player in there. But he can't rectify it between sort of September and January, so you just got to deal with the hand you've got. Fox.
Aye, I know. But they don't lose many goals, St Johnstone. And for me, if that's all
We've got the best striker. We've got the best striker in Scotland, mate.
But you've got to get the body of Mox.
Aye, and we got the bottom a lot on Wednesday night.
No, well, I thought he made his own chances on Wednesday night.
But he couldn't make the chances unless somebody got the bottom.
Fair dues. I'm just a bit worried about the day. I think
we're going to have to look at the balance of this show. There's too many centre-halves and full-backs coming on the panel, right? And I think we'll need to make sure that we don't have two centre-halves on at the same time, because it's just killing the show with the negativity. Rudy,
I'm not usually negative. Either that
it's too early for you.
It's too early for me, right enough.
I mean, Gresden and Candace, they've got to work really hard. They've got to get the ball into the box, but not only have they got to get the ball into the box, they've got to get into the box as well with Morelos, you know. But so has Halliday as well. If Halliday's going to be playing at the front of that midfield, he's got to get into the box as well. And Andy Halliday can get slip a pass through to Morelos, Alfredo, or whoever else is in about the 18-yard box. So it's maybe a bit more defensive looking than we think. Maybe it looks defensive. Maybe it's not going to be that defensive. I wouldn't imagine St Johnstone will come out and play football against us. I think they'll sit there and be hard, try and make themselves hard to beat. Well, the boys are just going to have to work even harder. Gresden and Candace, especially for me, and Halliday in the midfield. You know, Koulibaly's going to have to get forward the way he Hibs and help out. You know, because it is a bit defensive. Look, I can see where Fox is coming from. Normally, Fox is really optimistic. You know. So maybe that tells you a wee story. That
do you think it's possible that we're playing? Do you think it's possible we're going to play 4-3-2-1? Just drop Gresden and Candace back 10 yards.
I'd be surprised if that happened.
Would you? Okay.
I think I would. I think I'd be surprised.
I've got a sneaking suspicion that something like that's going to happen.
You think so?
I think. Well, the midfielders that we've got are primarily defensive, really oriented wise. You know, so you could sort of toss a coin to see which one of them is going to play further up front. Look, with the role Arfield played for us. But Arfield's not there, and there's none of them can. I don't think there's any of them can do that. But as Oxford said earlier on, maybe time for them to step up to the plate and see what they can do to keep the same shape as we've always had, or a 4-3-3. But I wouldn't be surprised if you go 4-3-2-1. To be honest,
a lot of the time when we've not got the ball, it ends up a 4-5-1. Even in Wednesday night, the first 15 minutes, a lot of time we'd 4-5-1 and to be slow come in again. Yeah. And I don't mind that when you've not got the ball. As long as you spring, like we've done a lot of the time on Wednesday night. Talking about guys who spring, we've been joined by Big Ulster. Morning, big man. Evening.
Morning, Ulster.
How we doing, big man?
Doing all right, thanks.
What's your thoughts on the team, mate?
Yeah, I think it highlights how weak we probably are when we get a couple of injuries or we need us in January to strengthen in these areas. But today's a time for some of these players who were thinking of can they step up or are they good enough?
I'm going to come away from you. Your sound's no brilliant, big man.
I'm sorry, guys.
All right. Try and sort that out. Rudy.
Aye.
Worrell played against Villarreal.
Yep.
Home and away. We never lost a game. We came in with goals in other games in Europe, done okay.
Yep. We
were wanting Barisic back. We wanted three attackers. Gresder on the left, Candace on the right, Morelos through the middle. People wanted McCrory with defensive mid. The only two we're missing for there is Jack and Arfield. Yeah?
Yeah.
And obviously, if they're injured, mate, we just have to go on, mate.
No, it's right. You know, I mean, you've got a squad of players for a reason, Ox. You know, you've got a bench substitutes for a reason. You know, I mean, that's the starting 11 as far as the game goes. The kick-off of the game, that'll be the starting 11. the boys that are in the starting 11, as you say, have got to step up to the plate. They do. 3 points are required. Team like St Johnstone, we should be beaten. I'm not saying easily, because I don't think they are easy to beat, but we should be taking the 3 points today. Anybody coming off the bench should be able to come on and affect what's happening on the park. So it's up to them, to step up and say, I'm worth my place in the first 11, or I'm worth my place on the bench, because I can come off the bench and make things happen when I come on. I can affect the game. So there's no ifs or buts about it. It's down to the end of the day. It's down to them. They have to be responsible wearing that blue jersey today to get the 3 points. No matter how they get it, Ox. It doesn't matter how they get it. They just need to get the 3 points today.
Rich, we've got Koulibaly, McCrory, who cover run easily. It's ball retention's the problem with the passing, yeah?
Yeah, well, we know they've got limitations in the skillful passing, the necessary passing. The stuff that the touches that, for instance, Morelos can do. He can pick the ball up and make lovely passes. Arfield can do it from a midfield perspective, and of course the ones that unfortunately are injured, they're also no bad. Halliday sometimes puts a nice pass through, but it's that they're maybe a bit impatient. Some of the guys, or get themselves into the awkward positions, and it's the last ball, the final ball, can let us down. So they need to improve on that, and hopefully they hold their own today. Look, they've really got nothing to worry about in reality. Who they playing? They're playing St Johnstone. So St Johnstone are playing well, but look, this is Glasgow Rangers. I play for Glasgow Rangers. Put your Rangers hat on and go out in the pitch and do it.
Here, for people that's just joined us, Fox, can you kindly give them the team and the substitutes? Fox?
I'll give you the team.
All right. He's going to get paid off.
Right. McGregor, Tavernier, Worrell, Goldson and Barisic. McCrory, Halliday and Koulibaly. Candeias, Grezda and Morelos. It's obviously when they read the 3 through it, they might not necessarily come out in that exact position, It might just out of numbers. Because I'm not dead sure if Goldson will play out in the left with Worrell on the right. I'm not sure of that. But it might be interesting to see.
Aye. Substitutes, Bridge?
Substitutes are Wallace, Lafferty, Flanagan, Rossiter, Katic and Middleton. So everybody can see there's no, there's no Ryan Jack and there's no Arfield in there. So which of the ones have we expected to be? But in all honesty, and young Kent, Ryan Kent, none of them. So to me, that's a big disappointment that none of these guys are available for this game.
I've never seen Kent, mate. When you start talking about hamstrings, mate, I know. You're not going to be back. You're not going to be back.
You might not get him back this year.
I think Ox, the doubts that we're feeling just now, I think it shows how big Ryan Jack and Scotty Arfield are for us, to be honest with you, because we're looking at a team that doesn't have the two, and we're starting to doubt, what's going to happen today.
Rudy, can I ask you a quick question? See if everybody was fit in that team, the back four, and the midfield had been Ryan Jack, Graham Dorrans and Scott Arfield, what would you be thinking?
I'd be thinking it was a good attacking lineup.
Absolutely.
Because I think Arfield and Dorrans would be great working their way into the edge of that 18-yard box. The two of them have got a wee bit of flair between them. I think they would make things happen. You've got Ryan Jack, who could sit and would do an absolutely brilliant job of sitting in front of the back four. It'd be a different mindset, I think, I think it would look like a much better
Anyway, we've been joined by a caller, but I think it's the global ambassador.
Hello there, guys.
Caller. How are we doing, caller?
Hi, Olga. Evening, fellas. Just want to say, if I don't phone in before you, have nice holidays and everything.
Tell everybody who it is, mate, so they know who you are.
It's David.
All right, David. Nice to speak to you, mate. What's your thoughts on the team?
I like the shape up here so far. It looks a little bit defensive, but I think you can't underestimate teams at this time of the season. December's an important month. You can pick up a lot of different points. I think even with Morelos there, I think he created a lot of chances for himself in the last match. But I think they were just missing that last wee bit. quite confident we can maybe get out of the line there.
I hope so, David. Listen, mate, you have a nice Christmas and keep listening. I'll hold you on because we've also been joined by Big Al for New Year. Morning, Al. Evening to you.
Good evening,
Merry
gentlemen.
Christmas,
How is
guys.
everybody?
Merry
Evening,
Christmas,
Al.
David.
And Rudy, how
How we doing, Al?
are you?
Hello, Big
good,
Al.
man. How are you? Hello.
All right,
Can you
so
hear me
a wee
all
bit. Aye, we can hear you a wee bit. Not disappointed, but concerned. Obviously, we hope that the injuries
Aye.
aren't the massive
Ah, but
injuries.
what's the matter with Macaulay? Is Macaulay injured?
He went off injured on Wednesday night. Big man.
I didn't realise he was out to it. I feel like.
Thigh injury, Al.
Aye, sorry, I've been.
Thigh.
Rudy's with thigh
What,
expert, Al.
Oh, I bet he is, aye. We only got
Chicken
a bit of-
thighs. Al.
Chicken thigh, aye. Chicken breast. The only concern I've got is Morelos. We've got a striker that doesn't seem to be scoring goals. And we're listening to you during the week. Everybody's in love with the guy, but ultimately, I've said before, he's on the team to score goals, so he better step up the day and score a couple.
Had a few chances.
He's your
Al.
best player by a distance, Al. By a distance, he's your best player.
I know. Well, it depends how you look at it, big man. I'm not going to argue with you, but he's a striker. He's meant to score goals. For me, that's what he's in the team for. But what I will say is, I'm looking for Gressler to be scoring a day. Because
No,
he's had
got
a
to-
couple of chances and he's got to be pull up the... And look, the other week, that Sky reporter or whoever asked Mr. Gerrard, I don't know if... I've not really heard them pass comment on it, but it says if Morelos isn't in the team, he's can't score goals. And Gerrard went on a wee bit of a ramble. This one scored, that one scored. And it made me laugh. He says... Jari Vernier scored. Well, Jari isn't there anymore, so he can't Vernier score anymore. So this Morelos has to sort of sell out. Is his discipline? I'm not 100% sure his disciplines. He played no bad, but he didn't score against Hibs. I wouldn't say everything was a clear-cut chance to give him benefit.
No, there was no United sitters
so-
in there when they put it on the bar for 2 years, you know.
So I'll give him credit where credit's due. So just hopefully the day he screws in it again and he steps up and gives us a couple of goals. But we really should be looking at this game and it should be a win. And I hear we're all a wee bit fear or a wee bit of trepidation coming in your voices. I think we should get a win today. Like we should make it look relatively easy, if that's fair to say. We've got players there that should be working. I've no fear. I like Big McCrory in the middle of the park. I know we've had to chop and change a bit there. Halliday, he'll do his a shift in there, but I don't know if he's that good at breaking forward or he's better as a left back. So it's difficult. Injuries are coming into play. The checkbook or the loanee book will need to come out in a couple of weeks' time. So today, I don't think we should be in too much trouble. So I think we should be all right.
Hope you're right, big man. Are you back with us, Fox? No, I don't think he is. He must be
I
still
think Fox
getting-
has deserted us.
I think he's getting mass beamed in live, mate. That's what's happening.
What did you say there?
Exactly.
That didn't sound right, that. Sound like master stuff.
Rudy, Big Al's right. We should still win, eh?
Aye, of course. We've got the better players, you know. And all they need to do is really just play. You know, I think that some of the passing that we've seen recently, you know, I think it's been pretty bad, you know, at times. That's, you know, something that can continue going forward. I mean, we've got the players to win the game of the day. Step up, play, pass the ball to each other for a start, find another Rangers player.
The touch is terrible sometimes.
It can be, especially Koulibaly's touch is just dreadful at times, so it is. But he's not the only one either, you know.
No.
I don't have much confidence in Worrell at times either, you know. His passing and touch is dreadful and all. But you're right, Ox. This is St Johnstone we're talking about. It's not Barcelona. It's St Johnstone. We should be going up there confident of getting the 3 points. The boys today should realise 3 points is really important today. We've got 3 huge games starting off for the day before the end of the year, and this should be the start of 9 points for us.
Biggest game of our season so far.
It's game of the season, Bridge, as you keep saying. Definitely.
And you're right, because it's only winning this game that makes the next 2 games is big, Bridge.
Well, you got to get to a point where it's you're either half full or half empty. You know what I mean? And we've been running half on the half full side, very, very complimentary to the team and so on and so forth. But the team's got to turn up and got to do it. You can't. I was going to say drop points, because we're not really dropping points, but in our mind we're dropping points. So 1 point isn't going to be much good to us today, insofar as this game's concerned. We want to win. We need to win the
match, mate. We need to win the match. If I'll go as far to say that if we don't win this match, mate, we're starting to struggle, mate. Because I think
you'll fall down the league quite quickly.
Our form in the last 5 games, mate,
it's been terrible.
But the second worst or third worst in the league, mate.
Well, you look where Aberdeen were only about 4 weeks ago. I mean, they're now sitting at the present moment. They're sitting in second. It's an incredible amount of wins.
We had a chance to bury them, mate, and we never done it. And
that's a good point you make, Ox, because see, that was the start of the December run, wasn't it? We were on the show, we're saying, look, huge month. Looking at the next 5 games, whatever it was, talking about picking up as many points as we possibly could, as many wins. And it was just before the Aberdeen game we were talking about that. And yet the first game we come up against them in December, we fail to win it. And since then, form hasn't been great, to be honest. You look at the amount of points that we've dropped. What is it, out of the last possible 12 for picked up 4?
Beat Hamilton. Beat Hamilton and Drewby Hibs. And I mean, the Hibs performance, I wasn't disappointed at. I was disappointed in the result, not the performance. But it doesn't matter.
But it's results that matter.
It's grinding out results that wins you league titles, mate.
Exactly. It doesn't matter sometimes how you get the points. If you go to grind the result out, you just have to grind the result out.
Points make prizes.
Points make prizes.
There you go, Al. You're spot on. Yeah. Spot on. Are you back with us now, Mr. Fox? Sorry.
I am indeed, mate.
All right.
And a wee fall of nature there.
Too much information.
What was it, a 1, a 2 or a 3?
Full set, mate, full set.
Full set.
Andy put his teeth in. So, Fox, why all the negativity? One man missing out the team. Shouldn't it be, mate?
I think it just came as a shock to me, not having the likes of Arfield and Jack available. Once I look at it now, we'll battle away in there, and if we take our chances as normal, we'll hopefully come away with the 3 points.
I must admit, I think Jack's a huge miss for us.
But only a couple of weeks ago, he was
against Dundee.
People were talking about him. He's not the player he was. He signed a contract the other day there, I believe, an extension. Folk are now talking to him as being the captain. At the beginning of the season, I thought he looked a far better player. I do believe he became a far better player, but he went on a bit of a dip with injury and things like that.
Listen, he's not the final article. Like, he's a good player. He's good at breaking the play up.
He's not good enough. He's not good enough.
He's not a bad passer. But how many goals has he made and how many goals has he scored? That's what he lacks.
He's not good enough.
So, but I think
McCrory's better in there.
Oh,
I'm really glad that he's back, because every ball he plays the ball forward.
Well, you get a chance today, Al, isn't he? He's got a good chance today to pick up the
he has to grasp it.
Well, that's it. He's got to show everybody just what you said, because at the end of the game, hopefully we're all going to be able to say, actually, he is a real good contender for that defensive midfield role, if that's where he plays. And if not, then what are we going to say? We'll get Ryan Jack back in the team no matter what.
Well,
just want we win
the game, and then Arfield and Ryan Jack are fit. You could have competition for places, Rudy.
They need to fight their way back in, don't they?
Well, they've got to scrap to get their way back in. If they get a good performance today, and they do a really good job, the likes of McCrory and even Andy Halliday, well, you're thinking, do you change it again for the next game again Wednesday night against Hibs at Ibrox? You know, so maybe they will have to, but I don't know. I think every time McCrory, every time Arfield and Jack are fit, I think they're two of the first names in your team sheet, to be honest, Ox. You know, I mean, McCrory's not going to play every game. You know, right? You're going to have Ryan Jack. I know Big Al likes McCrory, and Addy as well. Actually, you know, I think he's a good young player. I think he's still got loads and loads to learn yet, but he's certainly a good young player. But I would, for me personally, I spoke about this the other night. Ryan Jack, for me, would be in the team, first name in the team sheet almost every week.
Do you think Ryan Jack's a better player than that Shinnie?
Yes.
I think he is. I do. I lie. Yeah.
I think the problem you've got when we play against Aberdeen. Let's be honest about it. Aberdeen have beat us twice, but all they've done is set their stall out to stop us playing, and to do that is easier to be creative. They'd a set piece at the start of one match and a set piece at the other at the end of another match, and that's all they've created in all the games. They've never tried to play football. All they've done is try and stop you. It's easier to do that.
But they got the result.
It's easier to do that than it is to flourish, you know. Anyway, gentlemen,
on a positive note, we've got our two main goal scorers on the park with Tav and Morelos. Let's hope they can add to their tally today.
Here. Can I thank yourselves, Big Al, David who phoned in, Rudy Bear, Fox for his part-time performance, Bridgeman for joining us, and of course Big Ulster had a wee technical problem. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle. Take it away, all Sailboy.
We are the people who sing of victory until the football glory from Kilmarnock to Dundee. We follow Glasgow Rangers, our hearts are strong and true. We are the people who cheer the boys in blue. A goal, we're ready to acclaim. A goal, to win another game. We follow Glasgow Rangers, our hearts are strong and true. We are the people who cheer the boys in blue. We'll be there at Ibrox when Rangers take the field. They'll follow on to triumph, for we know they'll never lose. And 60,000 voices will cheer the whole game through. We are the people who cheer the boys in blue. A goal, we're ready to acclaim. A goal, to win another game. We follow Glasgow Rangers, our hearts are strong and true. We are the people who cheer the boys in blue. We are the people